Hello there. So that's embarrassing. I just did a video, and the video had it such that I was not being recorded. My audio wasn't there. So I'm testing this out. So if you see this and there's a little bit of delay, it's because I'm making sure the audio did right this time. I don't want to do this again. So we're about to find out. Hello there. Okay. So that's embarrassing. I just did a video. Yay. Okay. Anyway, so most of you know that we have a workshop happening that starts on Sunday on having a profitable workshop itself. And I want to talk briefly about, first of all, celebrating there's a group of people who signed up for this workshop yesterday. So thank you for the 4 of you that signed up and paid for the workshop. I appreciate that. We look forward to the opportunity to help you. So also, let me talk to you briefly as to why I got into workshops, why I find them so valuable, maybe a little bit of history. So I was originally from the U.S. and I worked for a very successful financial planning firm. This financial planning firm had a main guy who ran the company, and he got most of his clients by doing seminars, workshops, whatever term you want to give them. They used to be called seminars, now they come workshops. When he ran these seminars, he would get all these people to come, and then a certain percentage of them would convert to clients, which he would get long term. Very, very, very successful strategy. And when I moved to Trinidad, I live in the Southern Caribbean. Those who are seeing me and don't know me, I live in the Southern Caribbean island of Trinidad and Tobago. And when I started my business locally, I didn't have an audience. No one knew who I was. I was just a foreigner, an American, a white man, and in Trinidad, I'm a minority. And I didn't have credibility or anything that to really go on, so I needed to find a way to meet and connect with people so I can get to know them, so they can get to know me, and so I can begin to help people and therefore grow my business and grow theirs. Much of what I do is business, helping people with their businesses. So I started doing these workshops, and over the past, I'm almost 4 years into doing it now, I have done well over 100 in total. And what happened is we'd get asked all the time, this is amazing. I see how successful it has helped you become in your business, how you become kind of a person that may be known locally or regionally because of it. And the benefit is that it has helped my business become easier and easier over time. I guess people always say that, after a few years, there always seems to be a magical time when a business does well. And I would have to say for me that doing workshops has been a major component and proponent of that. Reason being, think about it. You get people to come into a room, and first of all, when you do any sort of advertising, they see you, they see who you are. And when you do that sort of advertising, they get to see this person. So your name gets all over the place. So that's part one. Then, when they actually physically see you, they get to know who the heck you are. You're not just some guy. So I did it because I'm a foreigner. I'm a stranger in a strange land, and I love Trinidad, trust me. But it was important for me to try to connect with people that I did not know, try to earn trust, try to genuinely show people how much I care and wish them the best and want to help them to achieve the success I know they could. So workshops were the way. And along the way, I had to learn what works in Trinidad. So here's the other thing. I knew from my previous knowledge what works in the United States because I was very blessed, as if you heard the beginning of part of this live, I was blessed to work with someone who was an expert in that and was very successful. But when I moved here, the dynamics were different. And I had to learn how to, within this different landscape, maximize success. So in doing so, again, just in 2019, I did 75 workshops easily. But I learned what worked, what failed, what screwed up, what really mattered. So, for example, if I chose a poor location, it would really impact things. So I began to collect data on places that worked. I found out what days and times really made a difference to have people come or not come, what days of the week, what times during the week, let's say, or during the weekend would have the highest probability for success. So I began to actually formulate what really works in Trinidad. So I had location down, I had days and times down. I found out what sort of marketing was the most effective. I was able to find out what pricing structure was good for depending on the event. And when my team came up to me, we were trying to brainstorm ideas for a workshop. They're like, hey, let's do something on how to do workshops. Because at workshops, people say, I'd love to do what you do, not necessarily the same topic, but I'd love to help people the way you help them with workshops. How the heck do I do that? So that's where the idea of this came from. And it's been a long, fun journey. So I am now starting this Sunday having our first workshop on how to help people like you maximize the success of the workshop. So again, for those that signed up yesterday, I really want to honor and thank you for doing so. And then I have neighborhood dogs. Hopefully you hear them. They're very loud in my ears. Anyway, so before the event, there's a few things. You need to make sure the location's good. Location, not just for buying a home, but for your workshop as well. You need to make sure you have a budget so you actually know what it's going to take to break even with realistic expectations, and also not to make it so you lose money. You want to have be worth your while. How to use sign-up forms. What is a sign-up form when using that compared to, like, a lot of people say, send me a WhatsApp. And I've tested these both and have had much different results. So I'll go over that. Best time of year when to do marketing campaign, how far out to start marketing. And the thing is, with all of these strategies, it's a cumulative benefit. So it's not like this one thing is going to help you get 50% better, but you're going to stack these on top of each other, and the stacked system will help you to maximize the chances of your success. So, all right, different payment options and how to leverage payment options to maximize you get paid, whether or not people should prepay, pay on the day, etc. Free marketing options such as lives, Facebook Lives such as this, and or having a private group and leveraging that. When you have the day of, what to actually do to make sure you're set up properly, minimizing your anxiety and such, what to actually be picking up or not picking up on the day, introducing people and greeting people when they come in, how to do that smartly. Safety for food is a biggie. There's a lot of allergies in this world. There's a lot of particular nuances among religious groups and such, and it's important to respect that. So it doesn't take much, but once you understand the basics, and again, you get this from the class, once you understand the basics, then you're just good. You know what you're doing. It just will help you have a checklist. Like, it'll make your life so much easier. We'll teach you icebreakers. So icebreakers, if you don't know what an icebreaker is, it's when you have a whole bunch of strangers, let's say you and 20 other strangers in a workshop, and we do something that allows you to connect with each other, kind of feel like you get to know your neighbor that you don't really know in a very short space of time. And it allows the people in your group to really lighten up and open up, which helps a lot with the dynamic of the actual class. An icebreaker or two in a workshop is the game changer when it comes to people actually really feeling open and able to ask questions, and because people don't know the room, they don't know who's there with them. So it really makes a big difference. And then last but not least, we'll discuss time management. I'm in Trinidad. In Trinidad, there's a term called Trini time, which comes from the concept that if something has a start time and end time, it's very loose and it's very malleable, maybe a better term to put it. So, but the problem is with workshops, these people are usually, one, they're business people, and business people, while a culture may have a loose time structure, business people are usually more concise with time. And Also, if you train people, and by train I mean have events with people such that you allow them to come late and not have their their experience be impacted, shame on you. But if you make it such that the experience is maximum for those that make the whole thing, and you're not going to start 20 minutes late because not everyone's there kind of thing, then what happens is they learn this, and over time they never come late. People are astounded. I'll give you an example. I had a public speaking workshop this weekend, 4 people in class, and in the class everyone was there 15 to 10 minutes early, and one person got there like 5 minutes early. That was the quote unquote late person. So we started a couple minutes early, and then we finished precisely on time. So the finishing on time kind of goes to you, the presenter, and making sure that you do things well and that you've practiced at least enough to know that you're going to end on or near the time, because it's important to respect people's time. But those little things people remember. You're viewed as a professional. You're viewed as an expert. When your peers see that you're doing workshops, they perceive you as someone who is really stepping up in the field, and that gets a lot of respect from your colleagues. You get more jobs because of it, more repeat business. It's good stuff. So for those who are interested, it is this Sunday, which is the 10th. I'm filming this on Wednesday evening around 8 p.m. And then the workshop runs from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. It is $475 TT dollars, 475 TT. And you can pay on the day. Our preference is always to prepay. But we're looking forward to having it. We'd like to get a bunch more of you, such as whoever's watching this now. Be great to have you. But regardless, if you come to the workshop, and again, you really do need to, but if you can't afford it, don't have time, I respect that. The necessity for your business is you must do workshops. You must do events. This is the best way, the most effective way to grow your business. You're not going to grow your business as fast doing social media stuff. You're not going to grow your business as fast doing things that are expensive, like you could pay a sales team, but you can get a lot easier to get a group of 30 people in the room who are pretty good likelihood of being clients for you much more easily, and you get paid for it, much more easily than finding those same 30 people and potentially selling them in a one-on-one meeting. So there's honestly nothing that's going to be as effective for getting them in the room. So thank you again. I look forward to seeing you. Have a great rest of your night, and I look forward to seeing you guys on Sunday and wherever I see you in the future. Take care.